All right, joining us now is Splash, raining threes everywhere. Ty, here's your competitor in the championship.
Yes, sir. Ty told you, meet me at the top, baby.
Hey, man, let's get it, man.
So the first big question I have to ask both of you, and I'll start with you, Ty. Who's the bigger trash talker between you two? Because I know you guys have faced off before in the past.
I don't even think it's close, man. I think Splash got the trash talking, man.
I believe it's me by large.
The bronze likeness of Lakers great Magic Johnson that can be... And is that...
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Lou Williams.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
And now the Lakers starting group. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Marc Gasol, and it's Schroeder in at the one. And for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is out there with...
Wow! Respect. LeBron showing the artistry that other players could only dream of.
Leonard on the wing. From outside the arc. George, no good. And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And George, here we go.
Slippery play by Paul George to get inside. He ends up right where he wanted to be for the shot.
The Lakers on offense. James in the post. Leonard's there. LeBron outside. 6 on the shot clock. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
Leonard with the ball. Gasol covering. Marc Gasol picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. George with no one around. It's good from long range. George has got his 2nd basket of the night.
He doesn't need much time to get his shot off. Paul George is a dependable catch-and-shoot option.
They need this. Gasol trying to free himself up. 90 that time from Leonard. Clippers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Back to Batum. Fires top of the key. Ibaka against Caldwell Pope. Ibaka, the pass to Leonard. Rebounded by the Lakers.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
At the elbow, it's Gasol. Back to Schroeder. Here's LeBron, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are, but look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact, and if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
And finished off by LeBron.
You can't give a steamroller like LeBron that kind of opening. He'll bury you every time.
Jackson dishes to Morris. Wants to get it to Zubac, and does. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Morris, no good.
And yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And you know, we always talk about this. Just changing the shot can be just as effective as blocking it, even though it's less spectacular.
Zubac, that's good.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Lakers trail by 4. In the corner, it's James. The shot comes out. The Clippers go the other way with it. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Yeah, they were able to maintain focus in a hostile environment, and that led to taking shots that made sense.
Rarely frazzled. They play with a pretty even temperature, in my opinion, throughout this entire game.
Oh, come on, fella. And power it down. That dunk was ridiculous.
There was absolutely nobody that was going to get in the way of that finish. Here's Williams. LeBron grabs the miss. James has got 4 rebounds in this game. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Morris finds Williams. Here's Zubac. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Clippers lead by 2. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. Guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified the right matchups, and the execution is there.
So for the Lakers right now, Morris is out there with Montrezl Harrell. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Horton Tucker in at the 3 spot. And the rejection by Zubac. And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That is his first foul of the game. For the Clippers, Serge Ibaka has checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris, and it's Leonard in for Reggie Jackson. And then for the Lakers, Marc Gasol's checked in for Harrell. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Morris, and it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Alex Caruso. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Lou Williams. The Lakers trail. Schroeder outside. And it's blocked.
At the point guard position, Patrick Beverly is a great shot blocker.
Caldwell-Pope passes to Kuzma. Clock at 6. Fires the 3.
And their offense has all but disappeared this quarter, shooting in the low 30s for the game. They had some success in that first quarter, but not much since then.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. His 3-pointers off the mark. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tools, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Back to Batum. And stolen by Kuzma. And it's the Lakers on the break. Here's Horton Tucker. Great D that time from Leonard.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
And here's Kennard. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And so Gasol will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Still looking for their first basket since the first quarter.
And at Kuzma's size, he could do more of this. Crash the offensive glass, keep the possession alive.
To the paint. And Ibaka kicks to Beverly. Batum wide open, he fires. And that one hits back iron.
Rare for him to get a wide open shot from mid-range and fail to connect.
We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Batum finds Leonard. And the Clippers miss again. The Lakers in the lead. Here's Schroeder. Tips it up. Harrell on the foul. Harrell's got his first basket of the night.
This is Montrezl Harrell, strong offensive rebounder with the skill to make good on the second chance.
On the wing, Batum to the middle. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And it's Leonard missing. Lakers leading by 4. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Leonard, the pass to Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
And for Serge nowadays, most of his offense comes from beyond the arc or at the rim.
The Lakers shooting 32% overall right now, not one of their better showings. Schroeder dishes to Caldwell Pope. Kuzma against Batum. It's Caldwell Pope with the drive.
And you see the quickness of KCP bursting to the rim.
Clippers trail by 4. On the wing, Batum. Back to Kennard. There's the pass to Beverly. Leonard with no one around. A three-pointer is right on target. Leonard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Morris finds Caldwell Pope. Harrell with it, defended by Ibaka. And it's Schroeder in the corner. Morris right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Clippers have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. The Lakers also changing it up. Marc Gasol comes in for Montrezl Harrell. And LeBron subbed in for Morris. Jackson kicks to Morris. The open shot, George. The 3-ball. Zubac's the pass to George. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. George has got 7 points in the game. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. The Clippers on top. Leap. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. That was a combination of everybody and everyone. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter. And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
The burst he's had when going at the rim has been fantastic. A lot of strong finishes through 2 quarters.
His activity level has made an impact, and he is fearless.
They've got Paul George. Ivica Zubac is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Ibaka in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And now the fast break. LeBron with the ball. And the dunk by James.
You know, it's amazing to watch up close. LeBron, he's just a next-level athlete.
Beverly dishes to Leonard. Pass to George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. He's got 9.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Kuzma, that's good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
To the inside, and Ibaka kicks to Beverly. Leonard with the ball. Hard to imagine, but the stats are tremendous as he averages close to 27 points a game. Now the Lakers on the break. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half. And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
George passes to Ibaka. Williams looking over the floor. He dishes it to Leonard. And George, here we go. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
Good luck containing Paul George on the drive. He's one of the more fluid wings in the league.
Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his special?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
The Lakers have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. And the technical free throw is good. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Caruso, the pass to Horton Tucker. 5 to shoot. And Harrell wide open. He shoots. No good on the 3. And Morris has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 3-point game. All sorts of time. They get it back. Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
They're bringing the energy, the hustle, the fight, and they also didn't give up on that possession.
Here's LeBron. He doesn't hit that one. Good work defensively by Morris.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
For the lead, and yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays.
He is definitely disappointed. He couldn't put his team up in front, but at least he knotted this one up.
Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Clippers. Jackson comes in for George.
The experience of Williams coming through there. Catches the defender slightly out of position.
He hits both from the stripe.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
LeBron James on the wing. And James throws it down hard.
A guy that great, you have to make somebody else beat you. LeBron's been hot tonight.
Williams finds Jackson. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. It's stolen. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Morris. That one good for 2.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
Inside. Zubac, the pass to Jackson. And here is Morris. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
to the wing right side. James has a two-pointer. And the Clippers making a change here. Beverly's checked in, and the Lakers making a change here. Here's Williams. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for the Clippers. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for the Lakers. Here's Caruso. Tries again, and it's blocked by Ibaka.
And that's how you do it. Ibaka still able to surprise people very quick off the floor.
Marc Gasol is checked in for Alex Caruso. And so here are the Clippers. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Bucks in Milwaukee. That's game one of a three-game road trip. Beverly, good, nice job down low. Beverly's got his first points in this one.
I love this about Patrick Beverly. He's just a fighter. He's never going to back down.
Here's Caldwell-Pope, and he jams it with authority.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged, and everything has to be earned.
Up again, can't throw down the putback. It's all tied here in Los Angeles. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. Taking a look at the Lakers. They've got Marc Gasol. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Morris. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Schroeder in at the point.
And Kevin, after being unable to find the net in the first half, they sure seem to be a different team here in the second.
For the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard comes in for Marcus Morris, and Paul George is subbed in for Williams.
Yeah, much improved foul shooter. KCP also starting to get to the line at a higher rate.
Back to George, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers. The Lakers also with a sub. James checked in for Morris. Beverly, the pass to Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
Well within striking range. Now is when you have to lock in at both ends.
Here's LeBron, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Leonard's got his fourth rebound in this one. From deep, George. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
That's his second three-pointer of the night. One in each half. Trying to keep the defense honest.
Morris against LeBron, and James throws it down.
Not much anyone can do to stop that. LeBron flexing at the rack.
Passes it to Ibaka. Kicks it out to Leonard. Three-pointer. And another three for the Clippers.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Caldwell-Pope outside. LeBron James on the wing. Covered by Morris. And now the Clippers on the break. Morris with the ball. Good work there as it goes.
And in the first half, it was a struggle offensively, shooting a very low percentage, but it hasn't prevented them from grabbing the lead. And now they're shooting it much better here in the second.
Here's James, and LeBron throws it down hard.
You see the tremendous first step, the power. LeBron loves to put the defense back on its heels.
Left side, Leonard. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That is his first foul of the game. Zubac is checked in for Marcus Morris. Leonard finds George. Up top, Leonard, guarded by Kuzma. The three from George. Rebound by Harrell. Lakers trail by 4. Here's James. Uses the glass to finish the layup. James has got 6 in the quarter.
When you need a big score, you want LeBron to at least touch the ball, and this is why.
Beverly, the pass to George. Now Zubac. Back to George. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Just 5 to shoot. And stolen by James. Here's Schroeder, and it's sent back by George.
Not going to be Paul George with that move. He's too long and too talented of a defender.
Outside Leonard. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Hate to see that. I know everyone's mind is on the play, but you got to protect the ball.
And the Clippers making a change here. Batum's checked in. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for the Lakers. LeBron shot is off. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. The lead is 2. Down low. Ibaka, no luck.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
The defender is left helpless to stop that. LeBron with too many tools in the toolbox, and that killer instinct.
Leonard on the wing. Looking for Ibaka. He gets it there. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. Harrell. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. And the Lakers making a change here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And Ibaka kicks to Leonard. The three from George. Trifecta.
Big time basket at a big time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
And a wide open look for James.
You got it. Come on.
Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Now here's Beverly. Pass to George. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws. It's on Dennis Schroeder.
The consummate team player, Paul George, is an excellent leader, and he's cool to let others lead also.
And the second free throw drops, and it's a 5-point game. And so he's good on all 3 free throws, and that increases their lead to 6.
There's the knockout blow. No chance of getting up off the canvas now.
So the Clippers with the win. It was up for grabs. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us.
See what that Hondo is all about.
That's the match made in heaven for everybody in the comp community. My team, Pro-Am, like, they hear Ty's name from my team and my name just sparking around, like, let's see who's better when the money's on the line. That's what everybody wants to see. So I think this is going to help the community grow in the best way possible. Yeah, I can't wait to get to it.
There it is. I can't wait for this series on March 6th. I know the whole community is going to be tuned in to watching you two compete.
Their fans are ready, and if this shot from earlier is... And a quick look at some of the numbers for Luka Doncic.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage, and it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And now the Lakers starting group. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wing. Oh, what a play!
Tell you what, just add that one to the highlight reel. James is truly one of the greatest slam dunkers of all time.
Top of the key, Porzingis. Richardson the pass to Finney-Smith. And here is Kleber. 6 to shoot. Richardson right side. The 3 for Doncic. And Kleber slams it in.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
And here at the midway point of the year, lots of guys banged up, Clark. Is it hard to decide when to play through and then maybe not to play, when to sit?
Yeah, you know, that's a good question, Kevin. And a lot of times it's about pain tolerance, the severity of the injury. Is it something that you can play with that won't linger on and you don't have the possibility of further injury? Those are the factors that go into playing hurt or playing in pain. You know, at this point of his career, Richardson knows his role, understands it, embraces it. He's a 3-and-D guy who gives you great effort at both ends of the court.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. Now here's James, coming off a solid outing against Portland. Offensive rebound. Gasol kicks to LeBron. Shot clock at 6. And again, the Lakers no good. So for Dallas, their last game, a loss to the 76ers in Philadelphia. And stolen by Kuzma. It's LeBron with the drive. It's rebounded by Dallas.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
When Kuzma first entered the league, the Lakers were a rebuilding team. Now, Greg, he's one of the more experienced pieces on this team.
And Kuzma's made the most of it, switching to a learning role. Tries to absorb as much as he can from the vets. And he does everything he can to pick their brain and improve on those little things in terms of championship caliber basketball.
In the corner, it's Kleber. And it's the Lakers on the break. And James throws it down hard.
Yeah, they call him the freight train. LeBron James, when he's coming down the court like that, good luck trying to stop him.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Passes it to Porzingis. Doncic outside. Misses the 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
You know, once he takes that first step, LeBron is virtually unstoppable. Raw athleticism gives him the upper hand.
Over to the left wing. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Lakers leading by 6. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
Doncic against Caldwell Pope. That one drops for him.
Boy, like seeing these passes. Doncic has a keen sense for when one of his guys is open, and he gets it to him on time, on target.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Fast break, Dallas. Richardson's running. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
Richardson getting points in transition. Easy bucket thanks to his hustle after the steal. And that's how you take advantage of the turnover.
Here's LeBron. Oh, that was terrific.
My goodness.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that, guys.
And James throws it down.
So special and exciting to watch greatness. LeBron James tonight playing at the highest level.
Schroeder against Doncic. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
To the inside. Kuzma passes to LeBron. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when Porzingis combines quickness with his reach, getting off the floor like that, he can block just about any shot.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now Doncic. He's coming off a 19-point game against Philadelphia.
And 3 blocks on the game as well. I mean, he was going all out and making plays defensively.
Here's LeBron. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. With 4 seconds on the clock, and it's Porzingis laying it in. Porzingis has got 6 points.
Boy, you know, guys, the combination of strength and height for Porzingis allowing him to take on physical defense much better.
And so it's Los Angeles with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. A terrific tempo. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Lakers.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
Taking a look at the Lakers. They've got Morris. He's out there with Montrezl Harrell. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the 2-guard spot.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the 2nd round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
Here's Caruso. He's coming off a 10-point game against Portland. The 3. No good on the shot, and it's Dallas the other way. And G.A., even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
One-on-one here. Here's Harrell. The putback. They grabbed their own miss. Caldwell Pope, and finally they hit one. Caldwell Pope's got his first basket.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Cauley Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile 1 block we just saw on replay.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
Well, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
I think he'll think twice about attempting that shot next time. The defense was right on top of him there.
Out to Hardaway. Pass to Powell. On the wing, Johnson. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Horton Tucker, the pass to Harrell. In the corner, it's Morris. Powell with the steal. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Hardaway with it. Now guarded by Harrell. Back to Hardaway. Puts up a 3. Rebound by Harrell. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. To the middle. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Josh Richardson's checked in for Johnson. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Los Angeles. Richardson the pass to Cauley-Stein.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against Portland.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
Yeah, I think that was a big part of it for sure, as it is anytime you make a bunch of mistakes. All they had to do was follow their game plan, and that's exactly what they did.
Shot clock at 3. Schroeder, and Schroeder stays with it. And the Lakers lead by 4.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in.
But that's the way to go if you've got good position.
Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off.
Not much the defense could do there with Richardson bouncing like that.
Here's Horton Tucker. And it's off from three-point range. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Porzingis, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hardaway. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
You got to keep this guy away from the basket. I mean, that's about as easy as it gets for LeBron.
And here's Doncic from the arc, but they recover it. Richardson outside. Porzingis can't hit.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
James. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
When LeBron has it inside like that, I mean, it's almost impossible to stop him. Worst case scenario, he's going to get himself to the foul line.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
He struggled mightily at the free throw line in their last game.
Yeah, it wasn't his best performance at all from the stripe. He's got to put it behind him, and I know he'd like to immediate.
Doncic feeling it out to the paint. Porzingis can't hit. Los Angeles leading by 4. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And James throws it down hard.
Well, that's one man never afraid to punch it. Give LeBron a path to the bucket, and the finish is going to be something in a poster.
Up top, Porzingis. Doncic passes to Richardson. Back to Doncic. Gasol with the steal. And here's the fast break. LeBron leading the way. And James throws it down.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 24 points.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Well, you know, in that first half, it was a common occurrence. He got to the stripe time and time again.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the floor for Dallas, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Caldwell Pope dishes to Gasol.
You look at Porzingis, guys, and I like his versatility, especially on the defensive end where he can guard multiple positions.
Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish. Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
Ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
Well, that pull-up shot from Richardson kind of came out of nowhere. Lightning quick speed on the release.
Here's James. No good that time. And the Mavericks going the other way now.
Ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Count it. Good. James has got 26.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop LeBron. I mean, he's strong, and when he gets up ahead of steam, he's a freight train.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Kicks it out to Richardson. A three-pointer off the mark. And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. 4-point game. Chalk up 2 there. 28 points for him.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Johnson comes in for Maxi Kleber. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. For Dallas, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Dallas moving it around. Hardaway for 3. And he's good on the 3-ball. Hardaway's got his first 3 points of the game.
You know, with good shooting form and technique and a knack for scoring, Hardaway Jr. is confident with the deep ball.
And the foul called on Porzingis. That's foul number 2 for him. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Josh Richardson. And the Lakers also making a change. Markieff Morris is checked in for Kyle Kuzma. The Mavericks trailing. Fast break Dallas. Here's Brunson. And the layup is good. Brunson's got his first bucket of the night. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. Here's James. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Well, a main weapon in Doncic's attack, he really excels at finding lanes and then taking advantage of them.
Doncic with the steal. Johnson kicks to Doncic. Finished off the break. Doncic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Not many empty trips for this group. It seems everything's falling for them this half.
Poked away. A shot by LeBron, no good.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Here's James. The Mavericks pull it in. Doncic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. That's tipped. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Dwight Powell's checked in for James Johnson. Lakers trail by 7. There's 39 seconds left to play here in the third. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Lakers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And the first one drops. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Dallas. They're on a 19-6 run. Left side, Hardaway. The tray. Rebounded by the Lakers. The drive by James, and that one drops. James has got 30 points.
Despite the play of the team, I think he's had an outstanding game. He's really done well here.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Now, here's Doncic. Defense right on him. Hardaway with a wide open look. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. The Lakers have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
And Morris drops them both. Doncic outside. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team giving ground. It's Dallas. They're up by 1. And let's listen to head coach Rick Carlisle review the game plan with his guys.
Keep working the game. Possession by possession.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. They trail by 1. So the Lakers 5 right now. They've got Kyle Kuzma. Marc Gasol is out there with Markieff Morris. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Schroeder in at the point. To the middle. Here's Hardaway. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Mavericks lead by 3.
Far from just a perimeter threat now, Tim Hardaway Jr. is also capable of converting inside.
Morris finds Gasol. Out to the right wing. A wide open look here for Kuzma. Can't tie it up as that one misses. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dallas. Richardson comes in for Hardaway. Out to the right wing. That's tipped. Stolen by Caldwell-Pope. And it's the Lakers on the break. Shoots over Powell. That shot by Caldwell-Pope, no good. Mavericks leading by 3. Richardson gets a wide open look. Drains the three-pointer.
Yeah, the shot from Richardson looks smooth and effortless. This team did a nice job setting him up there.
The Lakers have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. For 3, Caldwell-Pope with the putback. And Schroeder stays with it.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
And then the nifty touch to tip it in as well.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Mavericks.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Los Angeles making a switch here. James is checked in. And James throws it down.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
Up top, Doncic. He's guarded by Schroeder, and the dunk by Powell.
And, you know, this is what Powell does best. Establishes himself deep inside and jams it home.
James outside. And James throws it down.
Money. There shaves a few points off the lead. And the later we get into this game, the more you're going to see him attacking the basket.
Doncic against Schroeder. Powell. Shooting foul. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Mavericks making a switch here. Porzingis is checked in. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during that last timeout, I listened to Frank Vogel talk to his team. He told them this is gut check time. This is when it gets real and when it gets fun. We're here to play in these big moments. Let's make this one count. Kevin, by my count, that's 5 cliches.
Here's James. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 3 assists in the game. Mavericks leading by 3. Kleba with it. Down low. Finney Smith passes to Porzingis. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
The drive by James, and James throws it down.
And, we've come to expect this from LeBron James, guys. I mean, when his team needs a bucket, he rises to the occasion.
Richardson left side, and stolen by LeBron. To take the lead, and foul on the coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Luka Doncic.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Johnson, he's checked in for Maxi Kleba. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Burke, he's checked in for Josh Richardson. And Doncic is subbed in for Powell. Here's James. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You talk about LeBron James, he does it all. Defends, scores, rebounds, passes, high IQ, unselfish. The leader off the court as well as on.
And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives them the lead.
This is what makes him special, his ability to come through in these spots.
The drive by Doncic, and the dunk by Porzingis.
But you know what, guys? You want the ball in Porzingis' hands in clutch moments. Why? He's an impact player.
And here is James. That shot is off. Nice D from Porzingis. Burke, the pass to Doncic. Outside, Porzingis. Johnson kicks to Hardaway. Clock at 6. Pass to Porzingis. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
All that size and length there. When Porzingis is using his body like this, I mean, it forces the defense to be aggressive.
And he does get the second one. And that will put them up by 2.
Well, they should be looking at a 3-point lead. Hopefully for them, that miss won't cost them.
The drive by LeBron. It drops. A huge shot to tie it up.
Boy, is it tough to stop LeBron right now.
Here's Doncic. It's good!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Good!
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Now here's Hardaway. Here's Burke. No good with the triple. So a close game sees Dallas taking this. It was a fantastic. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up.
This is the 2KMC. Here to check out some of your top plays of the week.
That's all you.
No! Sweet. What? Thunder.
Oh, he's down.
And the Lakers all decked out as they made their way off the bus and into the arena earlier on. Soaring high. And how is the West shaping up, guys? Well, let's take a moment here and check it out now that the mid-season grind is well underway. Take a look at the Lakers. The season well underway, and they've been solid in third right now. And checking out Portland, a few slots below them.
You know, for Los Angeles, they've got their sights set pretty darn high right now. After what they've done this season, their goal is nothing short of a title.
A massive amount of confidence, tremendous swagger with this team, and they believe in themselves. That might be all it takes to get them where they want to go.
And now the Lakers starting group. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Kyle Kuzma, and it's Schroeder in at the point. And for the Trailblazers, we've got Robert Covington, also Enes Kanter out there, Damian Lillard out there with Jones, and it's Trent in at the shooting guard. Here's James, following the score by Damian Lillard. Bucket is good. Greg, if your system overall for these teams, if the schemes don't seem to be working, how much can you really change before you get to the offseason, or in particular, before you get to the playoffs?
It's never easy. A system change would come typically with a coaching change. And the reality is you also have to evaluate the roster, and you can't fit that square peg into a round hole. But whatever your system is, it's got to be catered to the personnel you have. You can't go the other way around. And I think that's what separates oftentimes the good coaches from the great ones.
Gasol kicks to Kuzma. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. James in the post, working on Jones, and James gets it to go.
You got to do better than that, or at least try. LeBron James, just too strong, and a little contact is not going to go a long way.
Now here's Lillard. 35 points for him last game against the Lakers in Los Angeles. Jacks up a three. Rebounded by the Lakers. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Yeah, in that game, I thought they took advantage of some sloppy play, but give them credit. They turned mistakes into points.
Yeah, the last game, it felt like they were just feeding off of what they were doing defensively, forcing a lot of those turnovers, and that helps build your defensive confidence.
Yeah, much improved foul shooter. KCP also starting to get to the line at a higher rate.
Trent passes to Lillard. Rejected by Gasol. Here's James, and the dunk by LeBron.
LeBron not messing around. That time in the paint, close to the rim, smelling blood.
Outside, Covington. Back to Lillard. Covington passes to Kanter, and Kanter throws it down.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Now LeBron really played well against Portland in his last outing. Scored the basket. His fourth. He's only missed one of his 5 shots tonight. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, for Portland, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Kanter dishes to Lillard. And it's off the back rim. No good.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time. What about the courage right there? Sacrificing his body to get the high percentage attempt at the rim.
Here's Kanter after the basket by Los Angeles. Trent passes to Jones. Kicks to Covington. Out left to the wing. Lillard with no one around. And Kanter able to finish. Kanter's got his second bucket of the night.
And it's not a secret. Kanter is a major factor on the offensive glass thanks to his size, strength, and excellent hands.
Now here's LeBron. He's got 10. And the dunk by LeBron.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
It's Covington on the wing. It's Covington on the wing. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. Portland shooting their first foul shot of the night. And so he hits the technical free throw.
But you got quicks, you got instincts, and you got aggression. Damian Lillard capable of taking over just about any time he wants.
Makes the shot. Basket number 4 this game. Brings him up to 4 for 9.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
And here is James. 12 points for him. Here's James. Again, Los Angeles.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Lillard with it. 10 points for him. 29 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's LeBron. And that one, good. James has got 16.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Lillard dishes to Cantor. Anthony kicks to Lillard. Drops in the layup for 2. 12 points for him.
Well, he's capable of lighting a fuse and putting on a fireworks show. He'll do it in any building. Tonight he's got it going.
And the Lakers have possession. Morris passes to Caruso to the right side. That 3 off the mark. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Lakers ahead, up 2. From Portland, we're back in a moment. Greg, we know many guys in the NBA have range, but deep.
When I'm training in the summer.
The team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for the Lakers right now, Markieff Morris is out there with Montrezl Harrell. And it's LeBron James. And it's Horton Tucker in at the 2 spot. Really left alone that time. The Lakers in the lead. On the wing, James. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 5th rebound in this one. Outside Hood, right wing. And Lillard kicks to Hood. Simons the pass to Cantor. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play champ. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now here's Anthony. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Caruso to the right side. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s.
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know
but,
it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams and players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Here's Simons following the basket by LeBron James. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Portland. A big group substitution here for the Lakers. On the wing, Jones. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. 5 to shoot. Trent passes to Covington. And nothing is falling for him right now. Lakers leading by 9. Inside, Schroeder. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
When they ran the offense right, they found some easy shots, but on that occasion, it was few and far between.
Yeah, lots of ups and downs. One good possession, 2 bad ones, 1 good one. They could never get on a steady run and play some solid offense.
Here's Kuzma after the made shot from Robert Covington. A 3 from Morris. The rebound by Simons. Trailblazers trail by 7. Outside Anthony to the inside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Trailblazers have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Los Angeles leading by 5. To the wing right side. Los Angeles with another miss. The Trailblazers have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Lillard attacking.
Just more and more complete appreciation for how complete the offensive game of Damian Lillard is.
The Trailblazers have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any. And so he hits both.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Morris kicks it over to Schroeder. The pass to Gasol. Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. And Kuzma has it in the corner. Back to Caldwell Pope. Off target from 3-point range. Trailblazers trail by 3. Lillard outside. We've got 22 seconds left now here in the second. Outside Anthony. From past the arc. And there's Lillard on the assist by Anthony. Lillard's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers. Gasol passes to Schroeder. Out to Morris. Caldwell Pope on the wing. No good again that time. So the clock runs out with the score tied going into halftime. It's time now to go court. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. Some good moments from both teams. Thanks for joining us.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Enes Kanter is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Trent in at the 2-guard spot. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. Lillard fires away from way outside. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's James, and the dunk by James.
Just looks so easy for LeBron James, a powerhouse who could score from anywhere.
To the paint, Gasol with the steal. Here's the break. That one misses. Now Portland takes it the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That'll be the second of 5 straight played at home. Lillard against Kuzma. Good. Lillard's got 21 in the game.
Always an appreciation for Lillard and his build, just how rugged he is, along with that fearlessness.
James in the post, covered by Lillard.
And look, if you're going to allow him to get to the bucket that easily, this lead's going to go from small to big real quick.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Well, he can shoot the three, so defenses have to go out and overplay him, and that's what creates lanes for him to do stuff like that.
LeBron James on the wing. Off target with his 3. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Outside, Jones, and Lillard gets double-teamed. Jones finds Covington. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Lillard, and the rejection by James.
Wow, LeBron throwing that one away hard. There's a message behind that block.
Kuzma outside. Kicks it out to James. James with another miss.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Aggressive and incredibly quick end-to-end. Lillard is always a threat on the fast break.
Here's LeBron, and the dunk by James.
Oh, terrific finish to get this game all knotted up there. He is a force to be reckoned with.
Inside, Cantor. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Cantor's got 6 points.
That's right on the money from Lillard. That's how you finish a possession.
At the elbow, it's Gasol. Kuzma outside. Here's James. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Enes Kanter. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. James outside. Offensive rebound. Harrell on the foul.
You'd love to bottle up the energy that Harrell plays for. Hustle points coming through.
Lillard, the pass to Kanter. Back to Lillard. It's good from long range. Lillard's got 9 points in the quarter.
Yeah, you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
And a wide open look for James. That one's good from the corner. 30 points for LeBron.
James so quick there on the draw. You got to know he's ready to shoot as soon as he's going to catch that pass.
Pass to Lillard. There's the triple. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. Here's LeBron. It's a hand on it.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
Anthony on the wing. Back to Lillard. 30 seconds left in the third. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Yeah, Lillard is fearless, able to take that hit and calmly knock one down and one.
The Trailblazers shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game. That free throw good from Lillard. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the third. Lakers trail by 3. James looking it over. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. That one's on Anthony.
You see LeBron just shrug off that contact there. It's like nothing even hit him.
This is his third trip to the free throw line in the game.
And the free throw line was a problem spot for him in their last game. Really struggled up there.
Good on the wing. Lillard outside. And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Trailblazers have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6. And the technical free throw is good. Here's Simons from deep. Here's Cantor. Can't get it to fall. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trailblazers. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. Don't go anywhere. We'll be...
We're getting stops after that start with it.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Taking a look at Los Angeles, we've got Dennis Schroeder. Markieff Morris is out there with Montrezl Harrell. And it's Horton Tucker in at the 3 spot.
He gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
The Lakers trail. Schroeder outside. There's the dish to Harrell. Knocks it loose. Now here's Anthony. He's covered closely, and he lays it straight in. Anthony's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Trailblazers.
Melo being ultra aggressive now. You give him a lane to the basket, you're going to get results like that.
Pass to Harrell. Lays it up off the glass.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Down low, and Cantor throws it down. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
Great to see when Melo spots his open teammate. Good at noticing the overcommitment that time.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The first one falls. And the Lakers making a change here. James is checked in. So he gets them both. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. It's Jones on the wing. Back to Lillard. He feeds it to Cantor. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Trent can't hit. Here's James. Buries it down low. LeBron's got 35 in the game.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Back to Lillard. LeBron against Jones. And the dunk by James.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Cantor kicks to Lillard. They get the rebound, and Cantor able to finish.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. They get a hand on it. An open look for Lillard. Gets a very good look and converts. Lillard's got 15 points here in the second half.
And such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives for the big shot. And when he's rolling like this, watch out.
And stolen by Lillard. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep. And he'll shoot 2 at the line. Free throw good. Damian Lillard. The free throw is good from Lillard.
You might want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
Connects from three-point range.
Yeah, I think the scouting report says you got to chase him off the three-point line. Not a good job defensively there, but a great job by Lillard to knock it down.
James. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter.
And LeBron James is going to take every crucial possession over. Outstanding shot there.
Now, here's Lillard. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
And free throw good from Lillard. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. 7-point differential. A shot off that time. Blazers on offense. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Trent passes to Lillard. 1:21 left in the fourth quarter. And yes, it's good.
Well, compact and strong. Lillard using his frame and still finishes.
And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double-checking, and the game continues on.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Frank Vogel talk to his team during the break. The focus of his speech was hustle. He told his players, those guys are going to come at us. We have to match their intensity, and we have to play with a great deal of energy. We're all in here, fellas. Kevin?
Here's James, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Cantor, and so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
Well, every night, the competitive killer instinct of LeBron James makes him as elite as he's been. Of course, a future first ballot Hall of Famer, and a lot of gas, it seems, left in the tank for LeBron James.
Schroeder against Lillard. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Lillard's got 47 points.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
I love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
And here's Portland. They're on a 19-6 run. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. This one for three. Kuzma pulls it in. Caldwell Pope on the wing, covered by Anthony. Here's Schroeder. Gets it to fall.
Well, Schroeder likes to drive first, now establishing the...
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks.
Next week, Atlanta is hosting the All-Star Game, and while we can't be there, that doesn't mean we can't join in the fun.
We'll have a special All-Star themed interactive episode, so make sure you brush up on your All-Star trivia and meet us back here next Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific.
And don't forget, next Saturday, March 6th, you can watch all the action.
The bright lights and tall buildings of downtown Los Angeles. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Lou Williams.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
And the Clippers starting five. They've got Paul George. Batuma's out there with Ibaka. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Caldwell Pope out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Gasol and at the center, locking down the middle. Leonard finds Ibaka. Back to Leonard. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. 6 on the shot clock. George, that's a 2-pointer, and a little luck that time, but it drops. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt, and that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the court.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
Leonard against Schroeder. It's stolen by Schroeder. And here we go. And LeBron with the basket, the assist by Schroeder. LeBron's got his second bucket.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
James looking around. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That is his first foul of the game. And the Lakers with possession here. James. Serge Ibaka with the rebound.
Not the guy you expect to be missing a bunny.
And LeBron James still the face of the league as he goes into his mid-30s. The impact he's had on this sport is really immeasurable.
Come on, Jay. I mean, he's one of the most recognizable athletes in the world. I mean, it's scary to think that LeBron can still turn it on and take over when he needs to. And you know what? Playoff LeBron is a very real thing. The defense has done a good job of forcing him into tough shots this quarter.
Ibaka, wide open, he fires. Offline with his three.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And finished off by LeBron.
A sensational speed from James, a force of nature in the open court with his combination of quickness and athleticism.
It's stolen by Schroeder. The Lakers another fast break chance right here. And the dunk by LeBron.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And Ibaka kicks to Leonard. Passes it to Beverly. Outside for Batum. Nobody near George. Drains it from beyond the arc. George has got 5.
Well, when Batum spots a wide-open teammate, he zips the rock to him quickly. Just exceptional vision.
LeBron drives in. Basket good.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Leonard on the wing. 1:25 left in the first quarter. Batum finds Ibaka. Back to Batum. Shoots from the corner. The shot that time not on target.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
I'd like to say I'm blown away, but honestly, with LeBron, a game like this, it's just par for the course.
Here's Leonard following the bucket by the Lakers. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's his first trip to the line.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
First free throw is good.
You know, there are differing opinions as to who the best defensive player in the league is, but no matter what, Kawhi is always in the discussion.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Jackson, he's checked in for George. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. Now here's James. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That's on Reggie Jackson.
Well, you got to be careful around James. Always looking to get to the line whenever you can.
Lakers shooting their first free throws of the game.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group. Only around 75%.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. They play the clock right, they can go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Williams passes to Zubac. Out to Morris for the 3. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And Caruso's got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. 3-point lead.
And James shows no mercy on his drives to the rim. Vicious at penetrating inside.
Now, here's Kennard. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
Oh, good interior offense. Those passes have to be right on target.
Lakers leading by 3. Ron right side. That one falls.
An elite passer in his position. I mean, James always seems to make the right decision.
Jackson kicks to Williams. Back to Kennard. Fires the 3. No good there. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Lakers on top, up 5. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for the Clippers right now, Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Williams at the point guard. Jackson in the corner. Williams kicks to Morris. On the wing, Jackson. Shot clock at 5. Kennard for 3. And James pulls it down. LeBron's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland, where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
The agility, the instincts, the power. I mean, James remains a dominant figure on both ends of the field.
The kick out to Williams, and stolen by LeBron. Caruso, the pass to Horton Tucker. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Yeah, because it's so hard to prevent transition scores. Whenever you get an opportunity to get out and run, you take it.
Now, here is Morris. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And LeBron throws it down.
James is effective at getting near the basket. Always look to dunking it home.
Clippers trail by 11. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Outside for Jackson. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. That 3 off the mark. The Lakers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. James, the pass to Horton Tucker. Morris outside. A 3-pointer off the mark. And here are the Clippers. Nothing offensively yet from them in the second quarter. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Bucks in Milwaukee.
Oh, wow. Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. No good from LeBron. Clippers trail by 9. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And stolen by LeBron. And now James pushing it up. No one back.
Oh! Textbook. Oh, wow. In your face.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. Williams finds Zubac, and the foul called on Markieff Morris. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Lakers. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for LeBron. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Alex Caruso. The Clippers also making some changes. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Morris. And Georgia subbed in for Kennard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep, George. They get it back. Ibaka, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And one on Caldwell Pope.
And this is where Ibaka is becoming a little more savvy. Just catches the defense off guard. All they can do at that point is foul.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Zubac. Leonard comes in for Jackson. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Williams. Gasol kicks to Kuzma. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Back to Kuzma. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Outside for Batum. Back to Ibaka. Leonard on the wing. Buries the long-range jumper. Leonard's got 5.
A true go-to option on offense. Leonard knows this team depends on him to take and make those big shots.
Nobody near Schroeder. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Here's Beverly. A rebound by the Lakers. They've led by as many as 11 points, fresh from a win against Portland.
Yeah, and in that one, they caused a lot of misfires with their intensity on the defensive end.
They played with energy and communicated well. It made things difficult out there.
Here's Schroeder. Here's Harrell. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Clippers. They trail by 6. They went to Los Angeles for their last meeting with the Lakers and came out with a victory.
Yeah, and they picked up the win in their last game against this club, and really it was a parade to the free throw line.
Well, it tells you a lot about who's the more aggressive team. I mean, they should have that same exact attitude tonight.
Here's Caldwell Pope, and he can't stop the run as he misses. And oh, here we go. Batum's got it galloping, the fast break chance. Back to Ibaka, and it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
And the replay center out in Secaucus delivering the foot.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the end. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 22 points. And
in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. It's been a clinic out there by James.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Kyle Kuzma, and it's Schroeder in at the point. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. It's deflected.
And Batum has arms that go on forever and ever and ever, which is why he's so dangerous when it comes to shot blocking.
And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the Mobile 1 block.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Here's James. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Beverly with the ball. A shot by Batum, no good. Lakers leading by 4. Ahead for the finish. Oh, wow!
Nice! James simply one of the best dunkers in NBA history, I have to say. Highly creative in how he throws it down.
And see, Webb, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope changing his approach before last season. He knew he wouldn't need to take on as much of a scoring responsibility.
Yeah, and what a team player, GA. I mean, KCP rededicated himself to defense. He tries to do more with less touches now. And that's the mindset you need to have playing with stars going for a championship.
Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Williams comes in for Patrick Beverly. Lakers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. James outside. Can't hit that one. Good work defensively by Ibaka. Oh, Leonard in position.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. 90 seconds now into the second half. Leonard against LeBron. That one wide left.
Only 1 for 5 to start the half. I mean, whatever adjustments they made at halftime weren't the right ones.
Nobody near Leonard. It's rebounded by Schroeder. Lakers leading by 4. James with it. Williams picks him up. Now we get a chance to check out some stats for Kawhi Leonard.
And guys, he's regressed a little bit offensively. He hasn't been the same this month as he was earlier in the season. He's lacking the edge that he had, and he needs to change his mindset. Stop sitting back and get into attack mode.
Alex Caruso. He's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. The Clippers also changing it up. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Luke Kennard comes in for Leonard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for George.
And you could see he knew exactly where that long rebound was coming off, able to get there quickly and snatch it up.
Now, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important. And then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. And the dunk by Zubac.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Even when the D is playing off of him, the mid-range jumper shouldn't be the shot there.
And the dunk by Jackson.
Oh, man, and Jackson is just incredibly fast in transition. It's just the defense's worst nightmare when he's leaking out in the open floor.
Low block shot. Count that one. Caruso's got his first bucket in this one. We've got 1:28 left here in the third quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Batum comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Paul George in for Reggie Jackson. And the Lakers decide to take their first timeout here.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
Now, that's what coaches are paid to do, right? I mean, curious to see what they go with here.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Lou Williams. Clippers moving the ball around. Zubac kicks to George. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
When the D forgets about him on the perimeter, they're playing with fire. Lucky they don't get burned here.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Outside, George to the middle. Outside for Batum. And the wide open shot for Morris. Good on the triple. Morris has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Caruso. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Harrell trying to free himself up. Matthews, no good. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. And George with this stuff.
And hustle paying off there for George in the open court. Gets up court in a flash and finishes before the D can even react.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Now the pass to McKinney. Caruso looking for an opening. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Beverly with the ball. And it's sent back by Morris.
Oh, man, look at Morris use his reach to turn away a shot. He's excellent at cornering shooters and sending their shots back.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Lakers on top, up 4. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this was?
This is the versatility you need to play in today's game. Two guards have to be able to make plays for others.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, we've got Kawhi Leonard, Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then there's Batum, and it's Ibaka in at the center position. That's good from Beverly.
Well, in overtime, Beverly has established himself as just a defensive specialist, juggernaut, an absolute pest who plays his tail off on both ends of the floor.
And the Clippers have possession. A 2-point game. George, no good.
And not his best day from three-point range. Just one in the first half and still looking for his first here in half number 2.
To tie it up. And the layup is up and in. George has got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
A guy with George's focus can shrug off the contact. He won't let the defender disrupt his rhythm.
Now here's James. Great D that time from Leonard. The Clippers shooting 41% for the game. Beverly finds Ibaka. Here's George to take the lead. And it goes for the 5th time and 10 shots for him this game.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
To halt the run. Great D that time from Leonard. Clippers leading by 3. Ibaka dishes to Beverly. Inside, Leonard with the steal. Ibaka right side. Beverly wide open. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
But it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
Top of the key, Ibaka. Fires for 3. And James pulls it down. LeBron's got 7 rebounds in the game. Makes it off the glass. James has got 31 points.
But too bad this scoring hasn't been contagious. I mean, they'd be in much better shape if a few of their other guys could pick up some slack.
And that one's good, Leonard.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
LeBron left side. And James throws it down hard.
Oh, come on. James has made plenty of these shots during his career. He embraces the pressure.
Over in the corner, Beverly. Outside, George. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Lakers with some changes. Dudley comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Williams is checked in. A nice shot by George.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
You see more teams doing this nowadays. We all are firmly entrenched in the era of the 3-ball.
Here's James. Back to Caldwell-Pope. On the wing, James. Just 5 on the clock. And it's sent back by Leonard.
And just a big-time shot-blocking threat. Leonard's instincts on defense are just mind-boggling. Knows when to go after the blocks.
Lakers trail by 7. Here's James. And he goes right over Serge Ibaka and slams it down.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Leonard finds George. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Back to Williams. George looking around. It's deflected. Fast break, the Lakers. And it's James missing.
Look, they say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that should be easy.
Takes the 3. Rebound the Lakers.
I mean, with all these 3-pointers he's missed in the first half, I mean, he's become a weight around that neck. I mean, somebody tell this guy to be more unselfish. And James loves these big moments. He isn't afraid to shoot it when the game is on the line.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
Stolen by Caldwell-Pope.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Yeah, they're within reach now, but if they fail to execute, this could be it.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
Williams passes to Ibaka. 6 to shoot. Ibaka, money!
And this is where Ibaka's steely demeanor serves him well. No hesitation under pressure.
And here's LeBron outside. Buries the triple. A tremendous three to tie it up.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, that's why he's hot. He's playing with a lot of confidence. That's why they're going to him with such consistency.
And the Clippers call time here. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
And the officials are headed to the scores table to review it. Let's see what happens here. It'll be on to overtime if the original ruling of no basket is confirmed.
Yeah, that's a tough call there with the naked eye. Fortunately, the league's replay center able to slow it down, zoom in, and check all the angles.
And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And we'll be back with you right after this. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. So the Clippers win the tip. So the overtime period is now ticking away. Should be fun. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So the Lakers 5 right now. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Then there's Harrell. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. And it's Horton Tucker in at the 2-guard spot.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's LeBron. That shot off. Great D that time from Leonard. Zubac the pass to George. Here's Leonard. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
And, guys, that's the man you want with the ball in his hands on that critical possession. Kawhi being his best in the biggest moments. Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
George passes to Beverly. Back to George. That shot is in, just like 6 others have been for him. He's shooting 7 for 15.
And guys, George takes pride in hitting big shots. Just get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Here's LeBron. Can't hit from in close. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. They lead by 1. Now Beverly, pass to Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
LeBron against Leonard. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for the Lakers. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac. From deep, George drills it from outside. Now it's a 6-point Clipper lead.
And there was a time when folks said George wasn't a clutch shooter. Remember? Not anymore, people.
And they get it. And the Lakers get it back. Outside for Caldwell Pope from deep LeBron. No good on that one.
Look, I know he wants to get them back into this, but that's not the way to do it. They need smart shots, not heaves.
Wasted no time on that one. And the Clippers lead by 9.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great feeling.
From the arc, trying to get open is Ibaka. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. Here are the Lakers. From outside the arc, hits the three-point bomb. LeBron's got 49 points in the game.
And we know he's confident from outside the arc. I mean, James has no fear pulling the trigger when he's feeling it.
And Leonard puts it up from deep 3. Again, Leonard missing. Passes it to Kuzma. Here's the 3. Doesn't go for him. So the Clippers with the win. They had to scrape and claw. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up.
Yo, this is the 2KMC, and this is also your chance to learn about the upcoming events in the neighborhood. This weekend, check out Big Top Challenge. The fun is larger than life, and so are the heads. On Wednesday, get recreational and head to the rec, because all day long, you can earn double rep. Next weekend, if you're
The busy freeways of Los Angeles, a hallmark of this sprawling metropolis. We're coming to you from Southern California. It's Saturday night and live on 2K Sports. We've got the excitement of the NBA for you tonight. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. Take a look at the Lakers. Right now they've compiled the third best record in the conference. And, of course, the Mavericks. 6.5 games behind them.
You know, right now, Dallas, they haven't had the great season that some were expecting, but it hasn't been a disaster. They just need a few things to go right for them down the stretch.
It's an amazing thing. If you can get a couple of wins, generate some momentum, you've got to believe they'll be just fine.
Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Gasol in at center. Doncic with it. Picked up by Kuzma. And Doncic gets it to go. Emphasizing the importance of a deep bench. A few teams, Doris, across the league are riddled with injuries right now.
And this is where your front office has to find a way to be successful year after year. And players over the course of a season maybe won't play for 5, 6, 7, 8 games, and then an injury opens an opportunity, and you have to have a high level of professionalism at the end of the bench to endure these moments.
Doncic with the steal. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Finney-Smith passes to Richardson. And Gasol sends it back.
Just great timing and great awareness from Marc Gasol. This guy is a relentless shot blocker.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Mavericks have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
And I think for Luka Doncic, one thing he showed right away is he was prepared to be an NBA player. And the fact of the matter is he could be an all-star for a long time moving forward.
Here's LeBron, and James throws it down.
The elevation and athleticism of LeBron at his size, just incredible.
Doncic outside. Passes it to Finney-Smith. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and, Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year, more efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with.
There's a burst that allows Luka Doncic to be effective on his drives. You're not going to catch him standing around. This guy is in attack mode. That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. Down low. Finney-Smith can't get it to go.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
LeBron's shot is good. LeBron's got 10 points in the game.
How about 5 of 6 to start? Looks like he brought his A game.
The drive by Doncic. Kuzma pulls it in. The Lakers in the lead. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Whacking James like the D does there is the right move. I mean, especially when you consider how strong he is.
That free throw, no good. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Powell, he's checked in for Porzingis. Johnson comes in for Maxi Kleber. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Hardaway with a wide open look. Offensive rebound Mavericks. It's good on the putback.
Well, this is a big part of what Dwight Powell needs to do. Battle hard on the offensive glass, turn those second chance opportunities into points.
Richardson, no luck. The Lakers have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. And it's Harrell missing. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against Portland. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And when you watch Hardaway shoot, one thing that stands out, he has a very quick release.
And Greg, that's what makes the jumper very tough to contest, especially when he's dialing it up from range. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively. It's not easy to do with the other weapons on this team. Powell is exceptional at timing for blocks, rises up and sends it back.
For Dallas, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Here's Brunson. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
From deep, James. Launches it. No good. And it's Dallas the other way. Brunson finds Richardson. To the inside, Johnson, well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Well, get it inside to a quality scorer and let this guy do his thing.
Caruso, the pass to LeBron. Tips it. Harrell on the follow.
Yeah, this guy is tremendous at keeping plays alive. Montrezl Harrell getting to the offensive window.
Brunson against Harrell. Powell kicks to Richardson. Kicks it out to Johnson. Good on the three-point shot. Johnson's got 5 points so far. LeBron, that's a two-pointer. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, we know every game LeBron is going to find his way to the line just from his aggressive style.
And both free throws good for James. Brunson scanning the floor. Here's Cauley Stein, and the rejection by Harrell. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Mavericks lead by 4. Live from the Staples Center. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs, and credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment.
They've got Morris. He's out there with Harrell, and it's Caruso in at the point. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter. Here's Brunson, and he uses the glass on the layup. Brunson's got the lead up to 6 now for the Mavs. The Lakers shooting 40% from the field. Caldwell Pope for 3. Powell pulls it in.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Well, let's see the vertical of Mr. Hardaway. Go ahead, sir. Pretty dunk.
Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. On the wing, Morris. Harrell trying to free himself up. Los Angeles with another miss. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Richardson. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
From deep. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Looking to end the run. Caruso, no good. Dallas leading by 12. Richardson attacking. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Pass to Brunson. Kicks it to Cauley Stein. Caldwell Pope against Brunson. And they pick up 2. Brunson's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Greg, if you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. that wouldn't. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
And the 3 ball is good.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
Harrell high post. Knocked away. Stolen by Brunson. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. Cauley Stein with it. Guarded now by Morris.
Cauley Stein, a serviceable shooter at the line. Let's see if he can make them count.
For Dallas, they have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Porzingis, he's checked in for Richardson. Johnson comes in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA continues to build international academies to develop prospects from other countries. Already, academy graduates are playing Division I college basketball. And before long, NBA players should start emerging from that pipeline. The league continues to reach out to find overlooked youngsters who have a gift and give them the opportunity. Guys?
Outstanding, David. Thank you.
How intimidating it must be when LeBron is bearing down on the rack like that.
Doncic finds Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
And he banks in the layup. Porzingis has got 4 points this quarter.
Scoring through contact is something Kristaps Porzingis has got to get used to in the NBA. Teams try to get physical with
Hammer it home! Hammer it home, baby!
That is authority right there.
It was. Wow. There's 37 seconds left in the first half, and they'll keep possession on the wing. Johnson off the mark there with the three-point shot. Lakers trail by 18. LeBron outside. 16 seconds left in the first half. 8 for 15 with that made basket, but he's not satisfied yet. Doncic against Caldwell Pope. Here's Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Porzingis has got 6.
I think you can see the strength that Porzingis has been developing over the early part of his career. That progress is showing up on a nightly basis. One of those nights where the wheels come off, nerves seem to be playing a factor.
From deep three-point range, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the... Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome. And Kenny, along with the incredible production Luka Doncic gives this team, his leadership may be just as important. And that does it for our halftime show. We now take...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been a clinic out there by James.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. For Dallas, they have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game. He's perfect from the line this time. Lakers trail by 18. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That is his first foul of the game. Mavericks on D. It's Schroeder with the drive. And he makes that one. Schroeder's got his first 2 points.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Here's Doncic. That shot, no good. Good work defensively by Gasol. Here's James, and James throws it down hard.
LeBron James, ever the showman, with an exceptional slam there. One of the best dunkers in the history of the game.
Richardson finds Porzingis. Gasol with the defensive effort. The Lakers have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. The drive by James. It's rebounded by Doncic.
You know, missed that one, but still a really good start coming off the break. 3 for 4 now.
To the paint, and stolen by Kuzma. Caldwell Pope passes to James. And James throws it down hard.
This is where the defense says, uh-oh, because LeBron James is cooking.
And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Dallas. Dwight Fowles checked in for Porzingis, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Here's Powell. The Lakers with the rebound. Kuzma's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Well, I guarantee you this is not what they talked about in the locker room. 0 for 3 and looking lost.
The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 14.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And he comes up with the deuce.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Doncic outside. Kicks it out to Richardson. Off target with his 3.
And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
And the shot is good. Schroeder's got his second basket of the night.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Doncic passes to Kleba. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
You know, there's an unselfishness to Luka Doncic, and a pretty pass right there.
Schroeder surveying the floor. Out to the right wing. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft, first on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career, and that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who ever played the game.
Horton Tucker's shot is off. Dallas leading by 13. Hardaway dishes to Johnson. Offensive rebound, Cauley Stein. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Traps in the tray. Doncic has got 9 points.
Well, the assertiveness to his approach, Luka Doncic on the catch and shoot, easy.
Schroeder passes to Harrell. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. And he gets it to go. Johnson's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points. Oh, great ball movement there.
Lakers trail by 20. Harrell up top to stop the run. Got a piece of it.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
Doncic passes to Cauley Stein. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got his 7th assist in the game. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Schroeder against Hardaway. Harrell kicks to Morris. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline.
I always like to hold for the last shot right here.
Well, that's great execution if you can do that, because it takes any chance at momentum away from your opponent.
On the wing, Doncic. On the wing, Hardaway. Hits it from 3-point range. Hardaway has got a pair of threes now here in the 3rd for the Mavs.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense.
And so it's Dallas, ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Right back after this break. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your point guard. Survey the floor, serve it up on time and on target.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They've got LeBron James, Antetokounmpo out there with Jared Dudley. Then it's Matthews, and it's McKinney in at the 3 spot. That's the Laker 5. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Los Angeles. And that one's good by LeBron.
As much as LeBron loves to create, there are times when he simply has to do it himself. Too good to pass up that one.
Doncic passes to Marjanovic. Out to Porzingis. Lets it go from deep. LeBron grabs the miss. James has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And the layup's good off the glass. LeBron's got 10 points here in the second half.
Don't give LeBron James a lane to the hoop because he will be ruthless in his attack. He takes advantage anytime he sees daylight.
Doncic feeling it out. Count it.
I'll tell you, Luka Doncic makes tough shots look easy. Boy, that close to the bucket through that much contact, nice.
The Lakers shooting 43% from the field. It's LeBron with the drive and finished off by LeBron.
But he is so efficient, so productive. But for them to have real success, he needs help.
And here's Doncic from the arc. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
Simply crushing it right now. So much more accurate in the second half than he was in the first.
And the dunk by James.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
Burke the pass to Marjanovic. The 3 for Doncic. Rebounded by the Lakers. James has got 5 rebounds tonight. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. LeBron's got 35. Mavericks leading by 21. Doncic outside. And the shot goes in.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Here's LeBron. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Here's LeBron. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Dallas has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Richardson for 3. And no good. So the Lakers will take it the other way. The drive by James. It's good. James has got 38 points.
Well, 6'8", 250 pounds. You're going to have to do more than that to stop LeBron.
And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
A big group substitution here for the Lakers. Markieff Morris is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Dudley comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Alfonso McKinney's checked in for LeBron. And it's Matthews in for Caldwell Pope. Dallas, no good that time either. For Los Angeles, they've gotten it done so far from the field here in the 4th, going 6 for 7.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Mavericks.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still, 2 more to go in the season series.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Luka Doncic.
What a selfless effort tonight. He's done such a great job finding guys in their appropriate spots.
Here's a 1-2. He's covered by Matthews. Pulls up, high post. And the pass to Kleba. Shot clock at 6. Here's Burke. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Schroeder. Takes a 3. Kleba with the rebound. From deep. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do.
Hey man, March 6th can't come soon enough. We're gonna show the community what defense can do, man. Splash is the best offensive player, but we finna show the community that defense matters too, man. Splash is my guy. We got business to handle.
Yes, sir. We made it through all the obstacles. I told y'all, no problem. We finally at the top. I told Tommy me at the top months ago, man. We're giving the community the showdown.
A moment now to check out some numbers for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage, and it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Robert Covington out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Trent in at the 2-guard. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Caldwell Pope. And it's Gasol at the center position.
And that's a nice pass. The patience of LeBron to let the play develop.
You know, Steve, one thing you admire about LeBron, how he shapes a possession for his team. He'll create situations where he gets a mismatch or helps his teammate find one.
You know, Kevin, LeBron will use his high screens to just kind of shuffle defenders, make them think. Once he sees an opportunity, he'll pounce all over it. You can see him do this the most at the end of close games.
Lillard finds Kanter. Back to Lillard. To the inside. Kicks it out to Covington. 5 on the clock. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And Kanter throws it down.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
Schroeder outside. Back to James. Pass to Schroeder. Shoots it up. And no good to start the night, missing his first attempt there. Lillard outside. This one for 3. Cans it from downtown.
Awesome form on the triple. Lillard with textbook technique.
On the wing, James. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. It's not going to go for him. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Kanter dishes to Covington. Lillard left side. Pass to Kanter. Back to Lillard. Portland moving the ball around. Kanter, the pass to Trent. Inside and stolen by LeBron. And now the fast break. Schroeder with the ball. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Kyle Kuzma is trying to be more of a team player. Whether he's coming off the bench or starting, he's starting to accept his role.
Lakers shooting their first free throws of the evening. And the former Utah Ute, Kyle Kuzma, can play either forward spot. Has a good blend, Smitty, of size and speed.
Yes, Kevin, but right now I prefer him at the 4. The reason why, he can stretch the floor, but he can tack a lot of those big forwards. And his shooting, it will get consistent as the years go on.
Now, here's Lillard. 35 points for him last game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
Caldwell Pope with a wide-open look. Nailed from three-point land. Caldwell Pope's got his second bucket tonight. To the left wing. And there's the pass to Lillard. Anthony in the corner. Cantor finds Anthony. He hangs. Back to Cantor. Kicks it out to Lillard. With 1 on the clock. And Lillard throws it down.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. He's got 5. Harrell, that's good. Portland trailing here. Lillard scanning the floor. Down low. Cantor, the pass to Simons. Back to Cantor. Here's Lillard. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Schroeder passes to Horton Tucker. And it's Schroeder missing.
A for effort, but when there's that much resistance at the rim, better find another option.
Pass to Simons. Lillard against Schroeder. Lillard dishes to Cantor. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Schroeder passes to Harrell. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Here's Kuzma. No good from outside. Here's Simons. Anthony in the corner. And another 3 for Portland.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when
I know that when the main guy,
he's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on, it's a difficult out.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
You can do everything else right, but if you fail to take care of the defensive glass, you're killing your chances.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. Jones is out there with Anthony. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Trent in at the 1. Here's James. And the dunk by LeBron.
Powerful high flyer. LeBron attacks the rim like no one else.
Portland leading by 5. Simons, the pass to Jones. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Passes to Simons. Back to Cantor. And no good that time. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Fresh from a win against Portland.
And it was one of those games where it was just hard to get anything going. And you could see frustrations emerge.
But hey, a win is a win. Sometimes you're not going to play your best, so you have to just gut it out, right?
Goes back up. Pass to Simons. Back to Canner. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. A wide open look here for Anthony. The pass to Simons. With the clock winding down, and Canner throws it down.
And usually amongst the leaders in the offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from LeBron. Out to the wing. Pass to Simons. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Robert Covington's checked in for Cantor. Rodney Hood comes in for Anthony Simons. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Lillard finds Hood. Lillard outside. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. And some changes here for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma comes in for LeBron. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Alex Caruso. A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And that'll give them a jolt. Nothing like a rejection to light a fire under.
There's a certain electricity to Schroeder's game, this time with a statement finish.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Lillard's got 11 points.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
And Kuzma has it in the corner. Off target from three-point range. Trailblazers leading by 7. Lillard the pass to Covington. Lillard outside. Back to Covington. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Covington's got his first points of the night.
Often we think of Dame as a scorer first, but they're reminding us of his great ability to pass the rock.
A 3 from Morris. Rebound by the Trailblazers. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and their last time playing against this club, they fell short. A lot of cheap fouls really plagued their starting unit.
Hopefully they exercise better caution in this game and avoid cheap fouls that could get them in trouble again.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. For Los Angeles, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. The first free throw is good. Cantor checked in for the Trailblazers. Good on both. There's 21 seconds left to play in the first half. It's Covington on the wing. Morris against Jones. Back to Covington. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. They get Marc Gasol.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. 7 seconds left in the first half of the game. From deep three-point range. No good. Shot missing. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He had 11 points and 1 assist. And that'll...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Marc Gasol, and it's Schroeder in at the guard position. That's the Laker 5.
A guy who spaces the floor, but also willing to attack the rim. Lillard has confounded the defense all night.
Schroeder against Lillard. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
To the middle, here's Covington. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Covington's got the lead up to 12 now for the Trailblazers. James looking it over. Caldwell Pope passes to Gasol.
Hey, get LeBron, get LeBron.
LeBron against Jones. And the dunk by James.
The indestructible one, LeBron brushing off contact for the easy deuce.
It's Covington on the wing. Here is Lillard. 14 points for him. Shoots the 3, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And checking out the numbers for Damian Lillard. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. Averaging about 31 points, 9 assists, and 4 rebounds. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
He's versatile. He's prolific. There really isn't much a defense can do once he catches fire.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Harrell, that's good.
This is Montrezl Harrell, strong offensive rebounder with the skill to make good on the second chance.
And the energy of a guy like Montrezl Harrell can rub off on the entire team.
Yes, it can. GA, he plays with a high motor, generates steals, blocks, and deflections. He's active all over the court, and now we're seeing it on the offensive end as well.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from LeBron. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Passes it to Hood. No good that time. LeBron with some nice D. Lakers have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. That one does not go. It puts him at 5 for 9 from the field. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. And they call an illegal screen here. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for him.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Morris is checked in for Marc Gasol, and the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Cantor's checked in. Anthony, the pass to Simons. Back to Anthony. Down low. Cantor kicks to Anthony. Uncovered. Kept alive. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And, you know, Cantor can dominate on the court, but his real passion may be pro wrestling. He even held a pro title belt for a little while. He's a big, strong fella. I know I wouldn't want to be in the ring with him.
Little. He's checked in for Portland. Lakers trail by 8. Here's Caruso. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and an up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. And Kanter throws it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
And that one is good. LeBron's got 6 points in the quarter.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Simons, the pass to Carmelo. Kicks it to Little. There's the dish to Kanter. He feeds it to Little. Back to Kanter. And Kanter throws it down.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Ron right side. Yep, it counts. James has got 14 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Over to the left wing. Anthony drives in, and it's Anthony with the jam.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Pass to Caruso. From 20 feet out. Misses off the right iron.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Shooting the ball so well in this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, they've got Enes Kanter, Robert Covington out there with Jones. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Trent in at the 2-guard. Lillard outside. Back to Kanter. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Schroeder against Lillard. Schroeder passes to LeBron. A three-pointer, no good.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Lillard against LeBron. Lillard attacking. Oh, he just jams it right over LeBron. Wow.
And for a point guard, Lillard has some hops. Outstanding at knowing when to use them for the dunk.
Here's LeBron. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Kanter's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Trent passes to Lillard. From deep. The Trailblazers with a new shot clock. Kanter finds Lillard. Beyond the arc. Clock at 6. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
The Lakers making a switch here. Gasol's checked in.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. 9-point game. Banked in off the glass. James has got 12 points in just the second half.
Defensively, you want to take away LeBron's driving lanes, but his speed and power still went out.
Nobody near Lillard. And it's Lillard again missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And that one drops for him. Now just a 5-point Trailblazer lead.
How about these big shots for him in the fourth? He has been locked and loaded offensively.
Back to Lillard. To the inside, Covington. Kuzma with the defensive effort.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
And stolen by Lillard. Kuzma against Covington.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Lillard outside. It's rebounded by Gasol.
He had it rolling and then lost it for some reason. Let's see if he can get it back while it still matters.
Here's the pass to Trent. Jones kicks to Covington. Out to the right wing. Here's Lillard. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. They get Marc Gasol.
And when Lillard sees an opening, he takes full advantage. Skilled at drawing contact.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Anthony's checked in. Lakers trail by 9. James outside. Headshot off. Good D by Jones. Anthony up on top. Cantor, the pass to Anthony. Lillard outside. From beyond the arc and then some.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Trailblazers.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And they put themselves into the driver's seat in regards to the season series with this team. Tonight's win will give them a 2-1 edge with only 1 left to play.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Enes Kanter.
And the way he rebounded, he surely was a spark for the team as he was securing everything that came off the iron.
Back to Lillard. He's covered by Matthews. Pass to Lillard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win.